Welcome to a brand new episode of the Fight Lounge. I'm your host. On this episode, I'm going to talk about the rumored date and location of the KSI versus Logan Paul 2 event and how Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing is involved. And I will speak on, if that is true, how Eddie Hearn will ruin YouTube boxing. And before I go any further, if you could like, comment, and share this video. After listening to it, let me know if you agree or disagree that I think Eddie Hearn will ruin YouTube boxing. So let's go ahead and get started. This video is mostly for the people who don't know who Eddie Hearn is and don't really watch boxing. For those of you who don't know, he is a boxer promoter. He is Anthony Joshua's boxer promoter. He also is Danny Jacobs' promoter, like Matchroom Boxing. That's his promotion. He has a who's who on his roster. And before I tell you how he's going to ruin it, I'm going to give a little bit of praise. This whole time, KSI has stated that it's Logan and Logan Paul's team. They're the ones who's supposed to get the LA venue or the American venue. I'm sorry, because KSI originally wanted to be in New York or Boston, but Logan Paul wanted to be in LA. But Logan Paul and his team, they didn't outright say it, but they couldn't secure a venue, probably because Staples Center is a very accomplished, that's where the Lakers and Clippers play, so they're about the business. They're not with the YouTube BS, and Logan Paul's team, I think they was over their heads with Staples Center. That's where Eddie Hearn comes in. Eddie Hearn, he's the one who put together the Joshua versus Andy Ruiz fight at MSG, Madison Square Garden. So I would give Eddie Hearn that credit. Logan Paul and his team, they couldn't put this event together at a big arena like Staples Center. Just couldn't, Eddie Hearn. So I would give him credit. Eddie Hearn has a credibility and he has a power and he has a resume, to talk to Staples Center and to get that location secured. He has a history of sellout fights. For Logan Paul, for YouTube boxing, all the sellouts has been overseas. So, even to this day, we don't know if the Staples Center is going to sell out with KSI versus Logan Paul 2. We are assuming it is, but we don't know. But if you have Eddie Hearn there, he's going to do his best to help sell it out. Okay, it says I praised him, now I have to critique Eddie Hearn. One of the reasons, I think the number one reason why Eddie Hearn will ruin YouTube boxing is because it's Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing, and that's his promotion. He has fighters on that roster. What made YouTube boxing big was from the opening to the main event, it was all YouTubers. And I already know if Eddie Hearn is hands-on with it, he will have some of his Matchroom boxers on it. And the thing about it is, it won't be the Anthony Joshua or the Daniel Jacobs, the big names. It's going to be the lower level boxers. And when you look at the crowd for KSI and Logan, they don't follow boxing. Or if they do, they're casual fans. And for the YouTubers, you care about them, and Innocent Gibb, like Eddie Hearn has no idea who Innocent Gibb is. He probably has no idea who Face Sensei is. But for people listening who are YouTubers and watch YouTubers, you know who they are. You guys probably don't know who Daniel Jacobs is. That's my point. YouTube boxing need to have YouTubers. Now, excuse me, what some promoters do is the opening, they say event starts at 8, you can start seating at 7 or 7:30. When people come into a room, he can have some Matchroom boxers. That's when the crowd ain't there yet. They're setting up the stage. That's fine. But if I know Eddie Hearn, like I know him, his boxers will be on the undercard, and it won't be the opening. It might be the second fight till the main card, and so that's why he ruined it. I hope it's more, and that's another thing. With a lot of boxing events, there's I believe 6, 7, sometimes 8 fights. And YouTube boxing, I think it's been no more than 5. Hold on, I'm gonna double check. Okay, I double checked. The KSI versus Joe Weller had 5 fights, and the KSI versus Logan Paul had 8 fights. Okay, and so that's what I was gonna say. If Eddie Hearn is there, he might have 8 fights or might be more as well, and so that could potentially change the pricing. And the pricing of KSI versus Logan Paul 2 goes right into my second reason, and I think the biggest reason. I don't think we will see KSI versus Logan Paul 2 on YouTube. For those you don't know, Eddie Hearn had a partnership with DAZN. DAZN is where Anthony Joshua fought. That's where Daniel Jacobs fought, Canelo, Alvarez. And so, and for those of you who don't know, excuse me, DAZN paid Anthony Joshua a lot of money, to fight on their network. The same thing for Canelo. And Eddie Hearn himself had to deal with DAZN. And so DAZN, I don't think is getting the money back. Or if they are, it's not making a wide margin. And so I guarantee that Eddie Hearn is going to try to get this on DAZN, and it won't be on YouTube no more, which kills YouTube boxing. That's what made it to have, by YouTubers for YouTubers seen on YouTube. And so I think that's going to be the second reason why, number one, I guarantee it won't be all YouTubers. I know that for a fact. It won't be all YouTubers. Number two, I don't know. They made a lot of money off being on YouTube, and they put it on DAZN. That is a middleman, and that's what I like about because I follow sports, and that's one thing I like about what they did. They put on YouTube. And it cut out the middleman. It cut out the promoter. Now, the reason why this is gonna happen because Canelo got like a $300 million plus deal to fight on DAZN. Anthony Joshua $100 million plus deal. So I already know Eddie Hearn's gonna tell KSI, "Hey, fight on DAZN. Probably won't be $100 million, but if he says, hey, $20 million guarantee, and that's just to fight on DAZN. We ain't even talking about the gate, the numbers, So I think that could happen. He could potentially tell Logan Paul, hey, you get, made $19 million, if he don't want to pay him the same. But that's the thing, they get paid the big bucks. The people under, they're not going to get it that same amount of money. That's why, again, I don't know the numbers of the YouTube boxing, but I think it was as even as you can get, because a promoter, he's had to take care of the main event. Everybody else is all for exposure. That's really all it is. That's why he's going to have his lower level boxers on the undercard. He's going to tell them, hey, it's going to be a lot of kids, a lot of new audience, a new fan base demographic. It's exposure. I could easily tell him, I could easily see him face Sensei and Anderson Gibb, hey, this is exposure. Even though both of them have already participated already. Now, if you don't follow boxing, you probably won't know where I'm going at with my next reason, but if you do, I think you'll understand it. Another reason that Eddie Hearn will rule in YouTube boxing is because he's not doing this because he believes in YouTube boxing or he believes in KSI, whatever. Eddie Hearn is a London promoter, and for the past year and a half, Eddie Hearn has been trying to make a mark on the American market. And Floyd Mayweather, promoter, various, not just him, but other American promoters who's upset because they're going on his territory now, and he's signing these boxers left and right. And so for himself, he wants to say, you know what? I want a sellout at Staples Center on my resume. That's what he wants. Yeah, he got it with MSG. He wants it to say I sold out in New York and LA. Well, other promoter, can't say that. So this is a pump your chest out move by Eddie Hearn. And he's gonna use KSI and Logan Paul and all YouTubers and all their fans as a way. And again, this is America. It's a free country. Kudos to him. He can do whatever he wants. But I can easily see him. Basically, he just using them to summarize it. He just using them to leave an even bigger mark on the American market. He don't really care about the YouTuber and stuff like that, because when he goes to these media people, because in America, when KSI versus Logan Paul first happened, I don't know if I told the story or not. I didn't know anything about it until 2 days before the fight because I wasn't in tune with the YouTube and YouTuber culture. Since then, I have, and I'm like, oh man, I missed out on a lot. It's a lot of fun videos and personalities. But yeah, but a lot of people in America was critical of it for whatever reason. In America, we just love to complain. If ain't nothing to complain about, we'll make up stuff to complain. But do you think Eddie Hearn is really going to stick up for YouTube culture, or do you think he's going to stick up for KSI and himself? That's the thing. He, if Raka Raka is on there, you think he's going to, talk about how great creative minds they are and how this is just something, exposure for them and they're going to be great filmmakers in the future? No, he's not going to do that. He's care about money and KSI. Now, another thing is he's Anthony Joshua's promoter, and Eddie Hearn doesn't like Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder because they all have a claim that they're the number one heavyweight in the world, even though Joshua lost. That loss hurt him. But the one thing that Eddie Hearn has always said is like, are they really a draw? He says that Wilder isn't a draw in America. He said Fury isn't a draw. So Wilder and Wilder and Fury, they fought Staples Center, famously. I don't have the numbers on right now, but he wants that YouTube event to outsell them. So that's something he can say. So he can say, oh, how's Wilder such a big draw if YouTubers drew more people at the same place he did? And he can do the same thing about Tyson Fury. How's he such a big draw in America when YouTubers, outdrew him? That's another thing, man. It's just all about money, politics. He ain't really in it. I ain't gonna say in it for love, because I say that's YouTube boxing. It happens like once per year, twice per year. But this is just Eddie Hearn being Snake. And the reason why I call Eddie Hearn Snake is because that's most boxing promoters. Most boxing promoters, their job is to hype up their guy and to crap on the other guy, saying, no, that guy sucks. This guy, he's a real deal. He's a real champion. Look how great he is. This, and this, and this. That guy, he's already because of this. And that's what Eddie Hearn does. Type in Eddie Hearn interview. And in every video, in the title will be Eddie Hearn rants on so-and-so, responds to so-and-so. Because that's his job. His job is to defend his guy and to accuse other people. And what I meant by accuse other people, Anthony Joshua's original opponent was a Big Baby Miller, and he got popped for taking steroids. So he pulled out the fight, which in turn they put Andy Ruiz Jr. in. Well, recently, Dillian White, who is managed and promoted by Eddie Hearn, he's been popped with steroids, and now he's defending him. And that's why people's like, hold on, when someone gets busted, you are all over them. But when it's one of your guys, you just want take up for him. You don't keep the same energy. But he's a promoter. That's what he's paid to do. And now, even though I am bashing Eddie Hearn, I will praise him. If he is included and promotes KSI versus Logan Paul 2 and puts on his own, I will say that it would be a lot more professional than the past fights. True Gordy may not be a part of it. He may have some ex-boxers and some announcers with experience in it. And again, that will take away YouTube boxing because True Gordy knows everybody. And Joel, he is a ex YouTube boxer, but he's a YouTuber, so they're very knowledgeable of the people on there. These announcers and ex-boxers, they're not gonna have any clue who they are. So, it's one thing for True Jordy and them to make a joke about a fight, but when you hear from like a 4-year-old boxer or 50-year-old announcer, you can tell that they're gonna roll their eyes and have no respect for what they're doing. With True Gordy, that he had respect for them in the ring. He knows that, hey, this is just to get some exposure for the brand. And when you look at somebody like Scares, who got demolished by Raka Raka, because of that, he lost weight. And he even said, his dad was proud of him. Unfortunately, his dad passed away before he could see him fight. But it gave him some purpose. And, that's something that True Gordy understands. Like, I think it's just basically, if I could sum this up, Eddie Hearn or any boxer promoter won't respect the YouTubers. They won't respect KSI. They won't respect the fans. All Eddie Hearn saw was they made money, because Dan White was asked about it as well, and he's like, yeah, KSI and Logan Paul, they made a lot of money, and that is the reason why Eddie Hearn is involved. The money. At the when it was at its peak, I believe it was like 800K people watching it. KSI versus Logan Paul 2, I believe, or even 900,000, and I believe it was $10 a pop or $15. So you can do the math right there. And Eddie Hearn's thinking, like, if they charge $10 on YouTube, and if we charge $10 for DAZN, I could be wrong. I haven't checked the numbers, but I don't think Joshua and Andy Ruiz did 1.2 on DAZN. I really don't think so. And so when he sees that, he like, hold up. They're both similar price range. They both are internet only viewing. So he wants to bring that to DAZN. And again, I can't blame him, because he sees that money. He sees a new market. And I would say for Eddie Hearn would have KSI and Logan more on TV. Like, if he is involved, you'll see him on ESPN, probably on First Take or Sports Center. So I give them that. Now, do they need it? No. Like I said, they just had millions paid for their event without any television ads. But you have a lot more casual fans watching it, But my point is, but they don't need it. And that would do for this. If you made this far into the episode, I want to say thank you. If you could share this video. I've made prediction videos post show. Speaking of which, I will be doing post show on UFC 241 this Saturday. And opinion based videos like this. I don't do many of them, because some do good views and some don't. And again, I know I don't have that much subscribers, but I want something that only does like 20 views, So if you could subscribe, like the video, comment below, tell me if you agree with me, tell me if you disagree with me, and share the video. And overall, I will say that it just won't be the same. And this is a guy who didn't know about the event to do it 2 days before, and I've been a UFC fan since the Ultimate Fighter. That was when I became a UFC fan, the very first season. I heard about Pride, and I watched boxing with my dad when I was little, so I always know about the fight game, but I did not know about the YouTube community, the YouTube lifestyle, until like 2 days. And for me, this show is entertainment. We're not going to have high level boxing. It ain't about that. It's about big egos and big celebrities on this card, and they all have massive following. Eddie Hearn, besides Anthony Joshua, he has promoted events for Tevin Farmer. That's the first one to come to mind, and some other fighters on his roster in America. And he has says, like, I think he done 6 events, and only I believe 2 was a legit sellout. One of them being the Joshua fight. I think the other one, Dane Jacobs and Canelo. So 4 other events he promoted, he didn't sell out. So when he sees this at Staples Center in LA, which is the YouTube capital of the world, it's going to sell out. And again, he wants to on his resume, and he's just using it. Can you get mad at him? No, it's a free country. KSI and Logan Paul can say no. If Logan Paul and his people did their job, we wouldn't need Eddie Hearn, or any promoter, right? Could you substitute Eddie Hearn's name with any other promoter? Yes, if it was Floyd Mayweather promoter, I probably wouldn't be as, suspicious, because he has money. He promotes Floyd and Tank Davis, so he wouldn't need it. He would do it just for the love of it. But for Eddie Hearn, it's just strictly money, a way to say, poke his chest out and tell other promoters, hey, I sold out that Staples Center. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, my event sold more tickets than you did. This had a bigger pay-per-view buy than you did. Because if I'm not mistaken, I believe Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder only did 300K, 'Cause I know John Jones as an Augusta fan in December outsold that. So that's something, you know, Eddie Hearn can say. Not only did I sell at Staples Center, I had more tickets than you. Even though one cost 10 or $10, the other one cost 60. Still, so it's a rumor. If you guys know what boxing and all this rumors, along until it's confirmed, take it with a grain of salt. But I think it's heading that direction because Logan Paul and his team have said, yeah, it's hard to, make this fight happen because they have no credibility, they have no credential. Because Staples Center, the Lakers play there, you gotta be about your business. They ain't getting time for games. Before I go, I will say once the fight is confirmed, I'm going to do a prediction show. I already did a prediction show. I already did a prediction a couple months ago, but so much has changed. FouseyTube has started boxing, and he said that he wants to fight, but I think he has a torn shoulder and he needs surgery. And his fight is on September 29th, and I think it'd be too quick of a turnaround. Depending on who he fights. And again, it's in America. I hope we have more American YouTubers on this card. If Eddie Hearn is involved or not. America is, I won't say it's the boxing hub, but Tyson Fury came over here. Anthony Joshua came over here. Cause Lance Lewis, because they know you gotta make it in America. What they're boxing a whole nother level than anybody else's. So that's one thing I hope we see more American boxers. And that is it. I'm done. Once again, this is the Fight Lounge. And again, follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I have those in the description. Fight Lounge to search. You'll find us. And sometimes I post clips like 30-second clips, 40-second clips. And if it's not very important or my eyes valuable, instead of putting on my YouTube, I'll just post on my social media, so you don't want to miss out on what I post on there. And again, I just did a prediction for UFC 241. I got Cormier defeating Stipe, I got Nate Diaz beating Showtime Pettis, and I got Yoel Romero winning. But listen to the prediction show and see why I picked those people and how I had them winning. And what happens afterwards, what's DC's future after his win, or what I think is going to happen if he lose. So go over there. Like I said, I will have a post show of UFC 241, and yeah, and that would do it. See you guys next time. Peace.